it's Erica.
And Frida.
And today we're going to talk about the topic. How do lesbians have sex?
Oh my god, we all want to know.
Yeah. I think a lot of times lesbians are a little unwilling to answer this question because a lot of the time when you get it, it's from perverts. And who likes perverts? We don't. But I know that a lot of times the people asking these questions are just young lesbians who haven't had sex yet and want to know what it's going to be like. Mm-hmm. So this video is for you, young lesbians, fresh into your journey of sexual exploration.
First of all, don't do it until you feel ready.
There is no pressure to have sex. You don't have to do it to figure out if you're gay. And you already know. If you think that you are and that you would like it, you're going to. And don't push yourself.
If you do it, then do it with someone that makes you feel safe and comfortable, cares about you, and
somebody who you can talk to and who you can feel comfortable experimenting with. And I think it's great to do it in the context of a loving relationship. It doesn't have to be that way. But as long as you know that this person respects you and you respect that person, and this is something that you can do together and feel truly safe and comfortable.
You don't have to try having sex with a guy just to see if you're straight or gay.
Don't let anybody pressure you to do that.
No.
That's ridiculous. It's not like every straight guy has to have sex with another guy first to figure out whether or not he's gay before he can carry on with his straight life. And
no.
You don't have to do anything with a guy if you don't want to.
No.
You can if you want to, but
you can. If you want to try it. If you don't, you don't have to.
Yeah. You know deep in your heart if you're gay or not, without touching the dude.
Yeah, people will try to tell you otherwise. Because I've never been with a guy, and I've never done anything with a guy, and people have tried to convince me that I have to have sex with a guy to know if I'm gay or not.
That's so gross.
Yeah.
Also, that's where does the logic continue for that? You have to have sex with every single person, or else how do you know if you like that person or not? No, you don't. You are fully capable of knowing whether you like or are attracted to somebody without sleeping with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. What counts as sex?
I think this is a big question.
Yes.
And there's a reason why you don't get a straightforward answer, is because there is no straightforward answer.
Yeah. It's different for everyone, and you'll find your definition of this or what you think counts as sex, and nobody's right, nobody's wrong. It's just whatever you consider sex is sex.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only answer you can really get.
Yeah. In general, it involves taking your clothes off and touching and kissing each other using your hands and your mouth.
Yeah.
And however you want to and your partner wants to. It's an individual thing and something that you do together. Mm-hmm. And it really should be that way with straight sex too. There's just this misconception that straight sex is all about penis and vagina, and a lot of times that ignores the woman, and that's the great thing about lesbian sex, is it is much more flexible, and it's all about what feels good for you and what do you want to do, what does your partner want to do. There is no such thing really as virginity, and these are made up social constructs. So when you feel like you lost your virginity, you have. If you never want to even think about that concept, then don't.
And this kind of goes into that as well. You don't have to use any toys or do anything. What straight people, or not all, but most straight people count as sex is not necessarily what counts as sex for lesbians. So for other people, it might be for them to consider it sex, it has to be penetration, but it's not true. Two girls can have sex, and it's totally legit. legitimate.
Yeah. It's just, are you having sexual feelings, doing things with your body that feel good? And you can use toys, you know, if you want to, but usually right when you're just starting off and experimenting, that's not something that needs to be on your radar at all. Like,
No, you have enough to think about.
Yeah, just explore your body, explore your partner's body, and, you know, worry about more complicated stuff when you want to.
Yeah. When you feel comfortable.
I think also related to that is there is a misconception that if lesbians use a dildo or a vibrator or something, that just means that they want to have sex with a man and they're not really gay.
Not true.
That's not true.
No. It's just a different form of stimulation. Doesn't have anything to do with a guy.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that dildos are the shape of a man's penis, but you could also just say that they're the shape of the inside of a vagina.
Exactly.
You know? So it's just about another way to have feeling and stimulation, and it doesn't mean that you want to be with a man, and a dildo and a man are very different, and I would hope that men would be the first to tell you that.
Hopefully.
Yeah. If men are the ones who, like, equate themselves with a dildo, then, like, that's your problem.
Yeah, they have a problem.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to communicate with each other, ask questions, and because otherwise you're never gonna know what the other person likes and what you feel comfortable with, what feels good.
Everybody's body is different.
Yeah.
And you don't have any pressure to already be good at sex.
No.
You are just starting out. And even every time you start out with a new partner, you figure out what they like, and they figure out what you like. And so it's so much better if you can take the pressure off and not feel like you have to make them come or you have to rock their world. And instead you can just communicate with each other.
You're learning. You know?
Yeah. And that's why it's so important to sleep with somebody who you feel comfortable with and who is nice to you.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable asking questions and communicating if I wasn't comfortable with the person. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it should be that is how sex would always be, is that it's always this, like, mutual experience between two people, where it's very open and communicative. And that's how sex should be. It's just not always like that, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think also because the media build up a certain image of what sex should be like, and you know, it's not always like, you know, talking to each other and asking questions. It's mostly just like, you should already know, basically.
There's the stereotype that lesbians have really great sex, and while it's true, that can mean that girls can feel a lot of pressure to, like, be great at going down on another girl when you've never done it before, or you're new to it and you're not totally confident in your skills yet. That's not something that you have to magically know just because you also have a vagina. Like,
no.
There is no pressure to already be good at it.
Yeah, no pressure. Yeah, and sleeping with someone when you're drunk or you're both drunk is...
Or they're drunk and you're sober.
Yeah, or the other way around. I think it's a tricky subject, but it's not okay if you're both not consensual and know that this is something that you actually want and won't regret the next day.
Yeah, if they are too drunk to consent, it's not sex, it's rape. So don't do it. I know that a lot of times you're nervous and, like, alcohol can make you feel better, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with, you know, saying with somebody, hey, let's get drunk and have sex tonight. That's fine. But there are real problems to finding somebody at a bar, at a party, who is already drunk, and you don't know how drunk they are. You don't know if they really can consent, and if they are going to regret it the next day and feel bad. And I personally don't ever want somebody to regret having sex with me.
No.
You know, it's not worth it.
No. It's better to wait till you're both sober or can consent.
Yeah, so consent is very important, and it's mostly talked about, well, I mean, it's hardly talked about at all, honestly, but when it is, it's talked about with, like, straight sex. But it's important with lesbian sex, too, because anything less than a yes is a no. Consent is all about, like, yes, I want to have sex with you. Not like, well, she didn't really say no. You know, so don't... Gray area is bad. No gray area. Just stay out of it. If you are not sure if someone wants to sleep with you, don't sleep with them. Yeah.
STDs, this little thing.
Yeah. It's definitely less common. Lesbian sex is less likely to get you an STD, but it's still possible. So it's important to get tested, just like anybody else.
Yeah. Have sex with somebody because you want to.
Not because they want to, not because you think that will make them like you, not because you think it'll make you cool, or because you need to figure out if you're gay, or you want to get it over with. Have sex with somebody because you want to have a sexual and intimate experience with them.
Yeah.
You know, having sex because you want to, you know, feel the physical feelings, that's a great reason to have sex. Having sex because you want to have an intimate emotional connection with somebody, that's a great reason. But what's not a good reason is hoping that it will change how somebody feels about you or something like that, because it won't. Honestly, it won't. Like, sleeping with somebody so that they like you more absolutely never works.
No.
It doesn't.
No. So don't.
Yeah. Don't bother. Don't do it. Not worth it.
There are other people that are out there for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope that this has made maybe the subject of sex a little less scary and confusing, because it can be. But there is nothing wrong with being a sexual person and wanting to experiment and, you know, start with your sexual life.
Yeah, and it's okay to be scared or be nervous, or, you know, it's something new. And even if you have had sex before and you're with a new partner, it's new. It can be scary. It can be nervous. And it's totally normal.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Any other questions that you have, please leave a comment, or you could write to us on Tumblr. You can write anonymously if you're embarrassed, and we can make another video and answer questions.
Yeah. So,
if you like this video, please like it.
And please subscribe to our channel for more videos every Friday.
And sometimes more.
And follow us on social media. We're Erica and Frida. And also, if you want to send us a message, Tumblr.
Yep. Erica and Frida. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.